Hey, where's the mute button? Oh, there it is. Hey, welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of almost 20,000 foreign exchange traders stationed around the world. We're smart, we're good looking, we're talented, we're taller than average. And of course, not only are we wicked awesome, we are modest. So what do you want to do today? Technical analysis, fundamental analysis? Oh, the market looks so good. Patience has been rewarded. Let's go. Welcome to Forex.Today. Let me remind you that trading is risky and not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results, but please always stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Hey! Hey, what's going on? My name is Wayne. I'm a currency trader. I'm patient. I'm disciplined. And I'm happy. Yeah, happy. Yeah, things are good. Awesome. So today we'll do some technical analysis, maybe some fundamental analysis. Yeah. See how the market is set. Fundamentally, I'm a bear on the yen, and fundamentally, I'm a bear on the dollar. So we're going to look and see if there's opportunity based on that. Excuse me. Sorry. Anyways, technical and fundamental analysis. Yeah, so I want to buy a dip. Very cool. So we'll see if that arises. Now, if you have questions and you want to, as far as technique or strategy, tactic, just please ask. In return, a couple of things. I'd like you to be a subscriber. I would like you to click the thumbs up button, a little likey to tell YouTube this is quality content. I guess I'm too close to the camera today for some reason. Anyways, and what else? I'd like you to visit tradersway.com and open up a demo account. Remember, these live streams don't cost you money, but they do come with a cost. The obligation of opening up a demo account. Okay? Demo account. Why? Because when you find success, you will need to choose a broker. And yes, fast execution speed is important. Yes, narrow spreads or low ECN fees are important. Yes, swaps are important. And Traders Way beats almost all brokers at that level on all three, right? That's the trifecta. But ultimately, you need to choose a broker you trust. And they've earned my loyalty and respect. So if you open up a demo account, hey, maybe they can earn your loyalty and respect. And if not, well, didn't cost any money. And you need to go and continue broker after broker after broker after broker trying to find one that doesn't suck. Well, I tell you what, Traders Way is awesome. Tradersway.com. Do you have an extra one? I got one here. Get rid of that. Not Corona, though. Not Corona. All right, cool. So let's get on with it. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Let's get on with it. I'm a yen bear. Yay. I'm a dollar bear. Yay. So all that's good. A couple of days ago, there wasn't anything to buy. Pound is strong. Yay. Aussie strong. Yay. Kiwi strong. Yay. CAD still neutral. That's been like that for a few days. Euro still sucks. That's fine. I don't want to buy it anyway. So Aussie on Sunday looked good, and Kiwi was kind of the same, and Pound was thinking about it maybe. But most of that was hope, not any sort of strategy. And now they might be developing into actual setups, which is good. So if you took them earlier, you might have been a little aggressive. I don't know if it was the right decision or not. You're profitable this time. Maybe next time you won't be. So we'll see. But nonetheless, what happens next is most important, right? All right. Cool. Great. Good. Great. So let's start with yen. Yeah, let's do yen. Cool. So yesterday in the day trading group at 8 o'clock at night, well, the European traders were fast asleep and Asia was just waking up to a new morning. We met as the group and we set up trades for Tuesday, which means on Monday we already did our Tuesday planning, which just goes to show if you show up at New York and you're like, hey, what's going on today, fellas? You've already lost your money. Whether you lose money that day or later in the week or later in the month, later in the year, whatever, you're so far behind if you show up and you don't know what's going on. Hey, are we buying today? What about the London breakout strategy? Do whatever it does after it does it. You're like, dude, grow up. Okay, cool. So anyways, yesterday we planned out today. And one of the things we talked about is looking for sort of a move into the moving averages, a move into a pivot, depending which pivot, okay? And all that kind of stuff. And the major decision was to be extra conservative or a little bit aggressive. Well, the best trade we had out of the whole bunch was Aussie. So I answered that question actually by going long, which was that one might be worth the aggression. I don't know what the right decision is. We never do, but you have to at least look at the fact that a decision needed to be made, right? And so on this particular one, I'm like, okay, so I'm going to move my stop to break even now. Okay. So now cool, right? That one was the best of them all for 48 hours straight or close to it. I guess it was only 24 hours, but was the least likely to fall. You can now interpret that as most likely to rise, but statistically it's still bearish. So I'm like, well, least likely to fall. It's not, it's the least bearish and I'm a bull. And then now we can look at the other ones. Were those setups as mature or as likely? The answer, 12 hours ago was no. So remember, we were here 12 hours ago, okay? And now we're up here, which is great. That's the day trade, by the way. This is what the day trading group does. So we actually talked about this and that the next best trade, which again, we now talked on Sunday at 8 p.m., so this is the day trading group. Can you imagine? Sunday at 8 p.m., we looked at this as being a key price, but not the setup. It could develop into a setup, but that's not the setup. And then yesterday, Monday at 8 p.m., we meet again and we're like, okay, much better. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for. So you could be aggressive and get in here, have it go up, hit the target, or you can be conservative because now that we've hit the target, it's probably going to come back. And then this is the one you want. Okay? Cool. Something like that. And so now we're already talking about Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Now, the day trading group will meet at 3 p.m. today and 8 p.m. because at 3 p.m. we might be down here. So this is the European front run. Okay? Cool. Cool. Okay? So at 3 p.m. is the Euro front run. And at 8 p.m. is the Asia front run. Cool. And that's what we do in the day trading group. Cool, right? Cool. Cool beans. Okay? So that one worked out because it was the least bearish. And I'm a bull. Doesn't make it bullish yet. But now at least I have a move up, a higher low, right? So this is how it started. Lower low. I don't buy lower lows. Sort of, I guess you could call this a mini higher high. Not higher than this high, but higher than maybe in here, higher than that. So it's a high. Then you get your higher low. Now you got your higher high, right? Maybe even a higher low in here, moving up to a new higher high. Then a new higher low, which is Wednesday or Thursday. Cool, right? Okay, great. Now, all setups are not created equal. Okay? This one, going back to Sunday at 8 p.m., we said the minimum requirement for this trade is a double bottom. Oh my God, Becky, look at that double bottom. Huh? Oh my God, Betty. Huh? Look at that double bottom. Okay. Cool, huh? Well, check this out. Whoa. Tuesday's low is precisely the daily central pivot point. Oh my God. Okay, based under this, what's the target, guys? What's the target that I wrote in my book 15 years ago? If the central pivot point is your bottom, what's the projected top? Eh? La 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 la. R2. So on the biased pivots, Wayne McDonald's FX Bootcamp bias pivot point indicator, it says bullish profit zone aggressive 81.0 80 is it, wait 81.9047 81. Oh my God, we're right there. Oh, look at that. The target is 81.90 and a half. And we're at 81.90 right now. Oh my God. Nice. Well, you can't put that in your book because I already got it in mine. Okay? Cool. So now I got to set up reason. Okay? By the way, everyone in the day trading group already knows where all the bears are because I already talked about it, so don't be shocked. Anyways, coolio, huh? How'd you like that? Huh? Cool, right? Nice. Lovely to you, mom. Lovely. Okay, now, these other trades are not the same. And if you took them and you're making money right now, shame on you. You probably made a bad decision. Why? Well, I know fundamentally you think up if you bought this because it's the only reason you bought it. But you have to ask yourself technically and statistically, what are the probabilities, right? Technically, is it set to be a bull? And then statistically, is it probably going to turn bullish? And if you bought down here I don't believe you use technicals at all. I think you guessed. I think you bet. Okay? Because statistically, for example, now you'll say, wait, the Aussie was like this. Okay, but the Aussie was different as well. Okay? The other thing is we're still below here. The Aussie was well above that. The Aussie had rising daily pivots, one higher than the other. This does not. So on and so forth. So you bought below resistance in a statistically probably falling market with basically inside neutral daily pivots, and you thought, hey, that means buy. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No. You're like, well, shut up, Wayne, I'm making money. All right, well, you'll just lose it later. Don't worry about it. That money doesn't exist because you threw down a Hail Mary. Okay? You see? You bought at resistance because you're a bull. Yeah, well, you bought at resistance in, a lower low scenario. You might be bullish, but that market was not bullish. Okay? So your fundamentals are right, but your technicals suck. Or you are a gambler. So now what? Well, now we have a higher high. See, this is not a higher high. You're at resistance. So now that you have a higher high, now what do you look for if you're a bull? A higher low. This is degenerate gambling or just piss poor trading. This is probably a good trade. Okay? If you wanted to buy something, you should have bought the Aussie. Okay? Okay? Raina said, you did buy this, but probably for significantly different reasons, right? But still, I would always argue that until you've breached resistance, you shouldn't be a bull. Okay? No matter what. If resistance is still above your head, and I don't mean like this type of resistance where the market is going up and you have resistance up here. That's a take profit zone. But if the market is like this and you're still basically you're in this zone, I would never ever in a million years recommend a buy. No matter what time frame you're on, no matter what the reasoning, no matter how bullish you are fundamentally, you got inside information somehow and you just know it's going up. Technicals will prevent that. In my humble opinion. Cool. So, okay. So there you go. So beast. Okay. Now, so look at this though. We got action going on here. And it's different than being down here. So pay attention, I guess, is what I'm saying. Okay? And by the way, one of the things we had to work on in the day trading group is that we had to about 4 days of not trading. I said, your patience will be rewarded. Your patience will be rewarded. Your patience will be rewarded. And it's smells like Teen Spirit now. Cool. So anyways, let's look at this. Even ugly euro. Okay. Now this is inside. So I would be cautious on this one. If you wanted to buy it, you probably want to buy something like that. And if that doesn't occur, because remember, I don't know what the future is. So if that doesn't occur, if it comes up here, then you're probably going to want to do something like that. Okay? But if you sat down with your grandma and said, Grandma, this is what I learned in Forex. Okay? I wait for the double bottom and then I buy it at the double top. That's Grandma, how to trade Forex. And she says, "Are you stupid or something?" Okay? Technically, that's how you should trade a range. Okay? Okay? We will stay in a range forever and ever and ever until it breaks. So I'm not saying it won't break. I'm saying when it breaks, you buy the dip. Okay, you could buy it here or you could buy it there. What's the difference? It's the same price. Remember, one of the things we talk about a lot is it's the right price but the wrong time. So what do I mean by that? Well, this is a great example. If you bought it at here, you're buying at resistance. Okay? Now, is that probably going to go up or probably going to go down? You tell me. Kenneth, you should probably contact support. I don't know anything about that. Okay, is this probably going to go up or probably going to go down if you're buying at resistance? Hello? Now you might say, Wayne, that you're being Captain Obvious here. Why do I have to answer such a stupid question? Because you need to talk to your subconscious. You need to train yourself. Not this stuff. This comes and goes. This stuff back here, your brain stem. Okay? You got to talk to yourself. You need to train yourself, and that's your psyche. How much of trading is psychological? Well, I'm not talking to your intellectual. Intellectually, you're like, dude, that's so obvious. Why would you ask such a, elementary, trivial, obvious, stupid question? Well, I'm not appealing to your intellect. I'm appealing to your psyche. It's a big difference. Okay? Now, Ina says, hey, or Steven says, hey, it could go either way. Wrong answer. Okay? You're going to get caught in all kinds of decisions where you're like, well, it could go up or it could go down. Wrong answer. You have to be binary. Remember, you have to be consistent. The market can do anything, of course, but you have to be consistent. So you have to have a consistent answer. You're at resistance, it's going to fall. Look, I'm not talking about an uptrend here. I'm talking about we just went through a downtrend. You can't buy it here ever. See, I'm very binary. You can never buy in a situation like this. You can never buy at resistance. Now remember, we're talking about the right price but the wrong time. So let's change the time now. Now we're over here, same price. Now I'm buying at support. Is it probably going to go up or is it probably going to go down? Same price. You see? Same price. But significantly less risk. Okay? Significantly less risk. Now, let's say you repeat that for 25 years. You only buy in situations like that. Yeah, sometimes This will breach, and maybe today it'll breach, and it'll just go up here. I don't care. That's not the point. The point is your risk management. Because if you make money here today, you're going to lose money there tomorrow, making the same poor decision, and you'll wonder why you have inconsistent results. You're making the wrong decision, right? Stop always goes below support, Stephen. Okay? Easy question. Also, Stephen, if you're day trading, so one of the things we do in my day trading group, now you're probably, for those not in, you're like, oh man, he's pitching the group. All he wants to talk about is the day trading group. Yeah, it's freaking awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, it's going to come up a lot. I spend a lot of time, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours every day on the group, and it's freaking awesome. So anyways, one of the things we work on is 3 trades a day if it's warranted. Okay? 33 pips stop. Okay? And if all 3 trades are losers, maximum drawdown of, wait for it, 0.33%. That is the worst day ever. Okay? The worst day you could possibly have is all 3 trades lose and you've lost 0.33%. Okay? But you watch. Your consistency will grow. Your consistency will grow. And that's the most important thing, consistency. Cool. So in that case, stop's easy. In that case, 33 pips. Now, if you look at it, you're like, well, if I enter here, my stop is too close. 33 pips is not enough. Well, then you should probably ask yourself, is your setup really that good? Why do you need more than that? You're like, well, it's a big trade, it's a swing trade or something. Well, okay, well then in that case, cut your lot size in half and try a 66 pip stop. Okay? But for a day trade, you need a 66 pip stop for a day trade? It's probably not a day trade. You're probably buying out of position, you're probably buying high, you're probably buying fairly close to resistance, and therefore it's probably not a great trade. You're either, my guess in that case, I mean, again, if you're day trading or intraday trading, right? If you need more than 33 pips, what's probably happened is you're probably, let's say I'll say 4 hours. You're either 4 hours late and you're buying after a big green or right candle, or you're 4 hours early, which means you're probably buying a big green candle at the end of the day. And everyone at the end of the day is taking profit and leaving. And you're like, what a great day. So I'll buy it up here. And then, of course, profit taking, right? And it comes back down and you're just you're buying for all the wrong reasons, right? Okay. Yeah, Stephen's been around for a while. Sure. Right? Stephen, you're not heckling, are you? I don't think so, right? Yeah, there's no problem, right, Stephen? No, everyone calm down. Calm down. Put some bone marrow in your coffee and relax. Yeah. Oh, guys, everybody just relax. Okay, cool. I think what's happened is I used very strong language this morning, and I do this intentionally, actually. My goal today was to wake up your emotions, because for the last several days I've been saying, stay consistent, stay calm, don't be over aggressive, be patient, be disciplined, and I've been toning things down. Okay? And now, over the last 24 hours, I'm like, it's getting close, it's getting close, it's getting close. So now I'm shaking things up again, and I'm trying to spur emotions, because remember, you're going to remember the emotions more than the intellectual side of the conversation. And hopefully the emotions will connect to the intellectual discussion of when do you enter, what looks like it's bullish versus what is bullish, how do you break your confirmation bias and see reality and all that. So I'm trying to create internal angst, if you will. Okay. So that's why I'm like, oh, if you buy there, you're a freaking idiot. But if you buy there, you're a genius, right? But and you're like, oh, but I did, or I didn't, or whatever. I'm creating the emotion. So if I took it too far, now I've created angst inside the chat, then I apologize. I'm just trying to be a good mentor or trainer or educator. Okay? So anyways, I'm trying to make sure that these lessons stick. So, okay, here's a mediocre trade that's profitable. The better trade lies in there, which means you might have just missed it, or it'll come back around later today. Okay? But remember, we buy red candles. Okay? Yeah, Marita, yeah. But it looked like things are getting heated in the chat. But anyways, okay, I hope I've trained you guys well that bulls, okay, are looking for entries here like that. That's what it is. So right now, a bull would look left, okay, and capture this. And then a bull would look right and capture this. Now, to you, it's the same thing. Well, it's the same thing for different reasons. Okay? Cool. So this, right, we're now touching our aggressive target for the day, 92.3253. We knew that, by the way, more than 12 hours ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 hours ago, okay, we said the maximum target for today would be 92.3253. A little bit specific, huh? 1/3 of 1/2 of a pip accuracy. 1/3 of 1/2. Let's just dumb it down. To the half pip, 92.32.5 pips. Boy, if you don't trade the right tools, then everything's going to see random, huh? Okay, but now realize that the real target is different. Okay, the real target is different. That's a day trade. Okay, so this trade that you're looking at might actually now be tomorrow's trade. You might have just missed tomorrow's trade. And for a lot of amateur traders, I just blew your mind when I'm talking about tomorrow's trade, where you're like, well, but I just logged in. But it's Tuesday. No. Today is Tuesday. That is true. Your calendar probably says Tuesday. But this area here was the target for Tuesday, and we traded that yesterday. So we're done. Tuesday's done. So if you log in, you're like, what are we doing for Tuesday? You're like, Tuesday's done. I already did it. Okay. This is Wednesday's trade. That's the funny thing, right? So someone 24 hours from now will walk into the New York trading going, what's going on for Wednesday? And you're like, what the hell are you talking about? Right? What do you mean Wednesday? Oh my God, you're still doing today? Okay, so anyways, what does this mean for target? If that is the low for the week, then there is a projected high. What is the number? The number is way 93.05. Yep. 91.68 to 93.05 minimum. So if I was to be interviewed on TV, or if I put a projection on FX Street or something, they're like, Wayne, give me a prediction for the CAD yen, eh? And I say, well, buy higher lows above 91.68 with a minimum target of 93.05 to 93.48. And I'd sound like a freaking genius. Not bad for a supermodel, huh? Not bad for a supermodel. Hey, male models have a lot of prejudice against them. They think they're dumb, so I had to overcome all of that. I'm like, just because I'm pretty doesn't make me dumb. Would you keep loading the swings all the way up? Now, you say swings. This is the only swing there is. Okay? That's the only swing. Okay? The next one is a day trade and a day trade. And I know this is what you meant, but I have to be clear. Okay? And then let's say tomorrow's day trade, right? So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So actually, so there's Thursday's swing, day trade. There's Wednesday's day trade, which just occurred. Tuesday's, right? Potentially, I don't know if you took it. There was better trades than that. Okay? And then maybe. Remember, at the very minimum before you could trade this is the double bottom. So maybe you caught a double bottom. Maybe you traded this as a sort of a role reversal. Okay, and then maybe you got this one, and then maybe Thursday, right? But that's how you day trade your swing. So you could have one, let's say two. Right now you could be on your third trade, probably only get 4 trades out of this before you start hitting this area. And then you have to ask yourself, are you going to breach this and make a big higher high? Okay, like if you're up here, that will be a higher high, right? So at the bare minimum, you make a parallel, right? And what does that look like to you? Up, baby, up! Yeah. Trade it, trade it, trade it, trade it. Hey, yeah. Sounded like Outcast there for a second. Yeah. So anyways, that's what I would do if I were me. Yeah, giddy up. Cool, huh? Look at our dollar. Remember, okay? Wow, look at that. Hit our resistance. Hey, look at that. Hit our resistance. Cool. Okay. Question is, are you going to buy it? Lufletulumum. Wait, 3,000. All right. Look at that, brew. Okay. You see the difference? See, when you look at the pig, it's sideways, but potentially up. Because it was up and we were in the upper quadrant. Remember, if you're looking at it through the lens of calculus, okay? That's growth, right? Then there's a slowdown, but it's still bullish. And then if you buy it, it's because you think there's going to be a pullback where we are now. Then we're going to move to the upper quadrant again. Cool. Great. Great. Now, you zip over to the euro, and it doesn't look the same at all, does it? It looks like this. So you see my price action pivot points? Aren't they helpful? Isn't that nice? The price action pivot points say, hey man, you might be fundamentally a bull, but this is still technically bearish, and it's updating every candle. It's not set in stone. It's not measuring a time period. What is it measuring? Period. A period of time. Different. It's not measuring a time period, but a period of time. Very, very cool. So it's telling you, okay, if you compared the pound had already gone all the way up here and then came back to here. And we're like, well, that might be a buy, maybe. But this is still probably that. Once again, as I had mentioned on a different setup, I would never buy that. No matter how bullish I am, no matter what a beautiful swing or whatever you think any of this is, whatever you think it is, you have confirmation bias and you're probably wrong. Now, if you buy it and make money, great. Doesn't make me wrong. See, that's the thing. If you buy this and you make money, it doesn't make my analysis wrong. You're like, oh, see, Wayne, you told me never to buy that, but I bought it anyways and made money. It doesn't make me wrong. I'm only correct. That is resistance. So I would say buying at resistance is probably a mistake. The probability of it going up is very low. And if you took bad probabilities, then you're a degenerate gambler. Or you don't even realize what's going on, and then you're going to be so inconsistent, right? Swinging both ways like a broken gate. So your call. But if you were a bear, that's a great sell. Because if it's a terrible bullish buy, it's probably a great bearish sell. And that's why it's a bad bullish buy. So if you were going to buy something, that would be probably the worst decision you could make out of all the options you have in front of you. That's probably the worst one. Okay. Okay, cool. Look at the price action pivot points. Great. I can get rid of this because it's basically telling you the same thing. Drop into a 1 minute, or sorry, 1 hour. Cool. Cool. Okay, great. Our support is held. 1 support, 2 support, 3 support, more. Nice. You might have just got tomorrow's trade. Or it goes up, hits today's target, comes down, goes up, and then be cautious up there, bro. Okay? Wayne, what is your take on trading trend pullbacks? That's what I do. I'm a trend trader, and I only buy low in uptrends. Now, I actually need to correct myself. I look for trends, and I project based on fundamental analysis, okay, global macroeconomics, central banking policies, and seasonality. And I can project trends, or at least I try to. Then, so if we say uptrend, I try to only buy higher lows. Okay? Now, row one, here's the thing. Where trend traders have a weakness is they don't know when the trend's going to end ahead of time. So they end up buying a trend pullback that is actually a reversal, and they end up losing money. Now, that can happen to me at any time. That I have to always recognize that I could be buying not a pullback, but buying a reversal, and that would be terrible, right? The thing is, because of things like seasonality and my understanding of central banking, I usually see that coming. That I usually see the reversal coming, and I don't typically, now it could always happen. I'm not so arrogant to say it can't happen, but I'm so in tune to the potential for it to happen that a pullback is actually a reversal, that it's not likely. So the market can behave oddly and I can get caught. But usually what happens is I anticipate the end of a trend and I behave like we're facing the end of the trend. And my worst case scenario is the trend doesn't end. I'm more worried about, or let's say I'm more likely to face leaving money on the table than giving money away, or giving money back, I should say. Okay. So for example, I already know what I'm going to do the first day, day one of Q1. I already know what I'm going to do the first day of Q2. I already know what I'm going to do the first day of Q3. And I already know what I'm going to do the first day of Q4. You see that? I already know. So, right? So now all I have to do is look for a disconnection between what I believe I'm going to do and the reality of the setup. But I'm not likely to get caught flat-footed because my job is to be nimble. So I am nimble. I'm the cheeky little monkey. I'm not the 800-pound gorilla or a sloth. Okay? Okay? Cool. Great. Cool. Nice. So on the shorter time frame, that's starting to look good. I'm starting to like this. Let's make that a little fatter. Okay. And I'll connect with my mind. Kiwi dollar. Looks aight. That's good. Great. Aussie. Once again, when comparing the opportunities, this was one of the better ones. This we discussed that on Sunday. See us Sunday. Sunday. Okay. Here's the Monday night setup. Okay. Here's the higher high, higher low. Long and gone. Okay. Probably going to make a new higher high and hopefully make a new higher low. Cool. That's nice. Great. So I'm in at 72. We're now at 75 and some change. Cool. Now, check this out. So I bought this on the first day of October at monthly M2. What was my projected target when I bought this? Remember, I'm binary. I don't think, well, maybe it can go. No. What was my target? My minimal acceptable performance on October 1st. Yeah, M4, 75.05. Okay. I bought it at 72.00. And my minimal acceptable performance was 300 pips. Okay. Now, if you look at actually, okay, and do you guys remember when I took this trade? My target was actually here. It was plus 333 pips, right? Which is the current high. This market actually went up 333 pips, took a break for almost a week, and now is waking up once again. Neato, huh? So currently my stops are way up here. Okay, about 400 pips. Okay. But, and that's a big but, okay, we can move them up here, let's say 550, 570 pips away. I guess we can move them here, 555. There we go. 555 pips each per trade. Lovely tullium. Okay? Lovely tullium. Cool. Monster. What a monster, huh? What a monster. Well, you know what? Easy come, easy go. We got a lot of challenges first, and look what we're sitting on. Bears. Bears are going to start selling soon. But you shouldn't be shocked by that. You already knew that. How do you know that? Well, I told you 26 days ago, I said you should probably get out up in here. This is an out zone. So now that I drew this, I'm like, this is where bears are going to be, right? Well, yeah, that's already been baked in. We knew that 26 days ago. So for you to like only recognize it now, I'd say, really? Wow. Got to be careful. Okay. Oh, nice, right? Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Oh, ugh. Cool. No. All right, there's our range. How about this? You ready? Okay, there you go. I don't know. I'm trying to do my best. There's kids out there that have 1,000 people watching them trade right now. I hope they're good traders. Here's the bearish setup. Here's tomorrow's trade. It's already occurred. Cool. So the best you could hope for is this, this, and this for your next setup. Okay. Cool. Notice I only have it set up for bearishness. This says sell. This says sell. This says sell. This says don't sell. This says don't sell. This says don't sell. This says sell. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, let's do gold, oil, Bitcoin, and then call it a day, yo. All right. Not quite a higher high, but higher than this support. This is a role reversal. This could be an up. It could be. Could be a rabbit. Could be. Okay. Yeah, made it like, imagine like our group. Our group, we've been so patient for so many days now, like 4 days in a row, right? We've been patient. And now people are firing off trades and they're front running tomorrow because they're aggressive. They're almost desperate. They need to get into a trade. And so I think they're overly, or not, maybe not overly aggressive, but suitably aggressive. But of course, this is a long gig, right? So there's later today, there's tomorrow, right? But yeah, I think some traders are throwing down trades for sure based on tomorrow's pivots. Doesn't mean it won't come back to tomorrow's pivot though, is what I'm saying. Okay. So anyways, a bit, right? Bullish Bitcoin, right? That's what we're looking at there. It hasn't made its up today. So it needs to go there, and then you drag this across, and then tomorrow's trade, if today does that, would be something similar. Okay. Notice that this set up on 60K. You ready? Let's predict the future. If that is the bottom, then the minimum, right? So let's just say the aggressive target, okay, for the week is buy it at 60. So if you were a swing trader, you would buy it at 60 and you would target, the most aggressive target you can have for the week is 70K. Okay, the conservative target is $67,824.30. Cool. Nice. Okay. Cool. Is that right, Johnny? Johnny's on it. Good. Well, I already drew the pullback for you. Hey, look, it pulled back. And now the up is hopefully on its way. Double top, though. Just make sure you're riding that 4 hour. Okay. This is a cycle level of 1,800. Riding the 4 hour 21. That should give you the juice. I gotta move. Give me the juice. $1,830.54 is the minimum target. Cool. So that's good. Good. So, when you're at a bar and you're trying to impress a beautiful person who you just met, you could say, hey, do you know the periodic symbol for gold? It's AU. Did you know that? And they'll say, oh my God, you're so interesting. You say, well, tell you what, if you tell me the periodic symbol for lead, I'll buy you a drink. PB. Oh. Waiter. Bartender. Barkeep. Yeah, it works every time. I say, well, if AU is gold, if you tell me the periodic symbol for silver, I'll let you take me home with you. And I'm telling you, it works every time, right? 60% of the time, it works every time. Cool. It made us like, oh, you're so annoying. Yeah. You're like, wait, are you telling me dad jokes to impress me? Thanks, Grandpa. Anyways, Look, I've drawn it all out for you. I drew this one in advance, and I drew this one in advance, and I drew that one in advance, and then that one in advance, and 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 that. I'm sick of it. Yeah, Della, right? So if your knowledge of the periodic table doesn't impress beautiful people, you can say, well, I have a Harvard degree and I'm rich. And that usually works too, but you got to save that one just in case. I got my Lambo parked outside. What do you think about that? Yeah. You got to save those though. You got to save those. You can't open up with those. All right. Oh, good. I guess I'm done. I'm spent. Done. Spent. Enough is enough. So thank you for being a subscriber. Yeah, Maida says your wife knows that. Here's what I told my wife on our first date. I'm not going to call you during the week. I'm not a good person. I'm not a good person to have a relationship with. Oh, why did she pick me? Why did she pick me? I'm like, I like you and I want to spend time with you. I'm a small business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. I don't sleep. I don't eat regularly. I don't take holidays. I work all the time. And I'm like, if you understand that, then every minute that I'm not working, I want to spend with you. So I gave her the truth, as I give everyone the truth. No matter how ugly and honest it is, that was the truth. Cool. Yep. No, I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. I don't do those things. I'm a good boy. Yeah. So, peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average. And I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for being on my team. If you would like to join my team, fxbootcamp.com. If you type in COVID-19 in the coupon code area, you'll save some money. You know, I don't know, $150 or something. What else? If you need a broker, you should consider tradersway.com. Start with a demo. I use a variable spread account. You could have an ECN if you want. Great. Raymond was going to test the fixed spread account for rollover. I don't know if he did that. We'll have to follow up later. Okay. So I will see you guys later. If you're if you're in my day trading group, we'll meet at 3 p.m. for our European front run. And then I'll meet you at 8 p.m. for our Asian front run. For everyone else, I'll see you in 23 hours.